Hallo, hallo. Mit navn er Frederik. I'm joined by ProBusk. In this series, we're in game 2 with BPro going up against Haste Gaming. How are you, Busk?
I'm doing all right. I'm really hoping that this help on side can equalize to a 1-1, so we get some more games.
Yes.
The first game was looking a little bit rough, so we'll see. We'll see how they can perform this time around.
Yes, I definitely agree. What do you think about the band so far?
Flux Monarch, I believe Plague, Accursed. So right now it's exactly the same as we saw the first game around.
Currently, I see a Bushwhack has still not been banned yet. Do you think it's going to get banned?
100%.
I think it will.
There's no chance Bushwhack is not going to be banned.
Maybe.
Well,
I mean, it is Post-Haste Gaming that has the first pick, but they also Luisia's does play Bushwhack as well. So I'm pretty sure that I doubt that they're.
Ophelia ban.
Bushwhack's coming out. We have a Bushwhack game.
That's crazy. Not too often we see Bushwhack coming through the banning phase.
Straight Demented Cthulhu long lane. I like it.
Cthulhu? Oh, I guess that's a combo. Yeah, right. Cthulhu D-Sham, you push the creeps into the hero, and then
they like to do the tri-lane where they run the Cthulhu Demented plus. I think they ran it with a Pyro last time when we faced it. So I think they just want to apply pressure to the Bushwhack. But the thing is, Bushwhack doesn't necessarily have to go on the safe lane. He can also just dual mid lane or dual long lane or something. The hero is like generally a pretty good dual laner, so I think he can just kind of dodge the bot lane. And I think.
Yeah, I mean he could lane mid, no problem. He actually is quite versatile, I think. I'm a little bit surprised that they picked this Cthulhu up so early, because even though this is a solid combination, the Demented Cthulhu lane, I don't think there's a big chance that the Legion side would have banned Cthulhu. And there's a lot of first pick hero material up right now, such as Soribur, maybe in the Sulfuris. I don't necessarily think Sulfuris is bad against Bushwhack either.
But at the same time, you have to remember they're not really giving any information away. If they pick Cthulhu, then it's to some degree it might be a little bit challenging for the side of Legion to counterpick the like key heroes that they're going to pick later on. But I definitely agree with you that Cthulhu probably would have gone through regardless. And it also does kind of show, because I think it's very unlikely that they're going to run the Cthulhu on another lane than bottom lane. So
they do. They do decide to follow those, the Bushwhack up with a Mag and a Pearl. I think those are solid utility heroes. I actually think Pearl is very, very good with the Bushwhack as the save, right? So you can sit and hit from the bubble.
Yep.
You can also, get rid of the people who are, like, if you have a Cthulhu on top of you, the Pearl can kind of push him away with the bubble. So solid picks all around.
The only thing to consider is the fact that the Pearl doesn't really offer that much save before level 6. So if they're able to kind of hunt
the heal and lane is very strong, I think, like 100 heal from level 1, smoothing presence, right?
It's pretty sizable, but a Cthulhu stun into the mid heal, that also deals a lot of damage. Just throwing that out there.
It does, but I'm 100% sure that the Legion side is not going to put the Bushwhack up against that lane.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're probably going to dodge that lane with all they can. They're probably just going to send the Magmas up the bottom lane to
all right, so we got bans coming out here. We got Hag, Pharaoh, and Soul Reaper from the Hellbound side. We have Duo, Prisoner, and To Be Decided. So
kind of seems that they've learned their lesson from playing in Soul Reaper in game 1 and realizing that they also picked that hero in the previous series. So
for sure. So Devo, the double hook ban, and then the Gladiator. Interesting. I don't necessarily think we've seen a whole lot of hook heroes after the nerf. We saw Devo in an earlier series, but they don't dominate the same way they did like a couple of months back.
I've still seen Yahadai play quite a bit of Devo in the Star League, and he's had pretty good success with that hero. I think his name is literally I have you, or I got you, which is an expression that comes from a Devour skin. So he is, and I think, as far as I know, Devour is his most played hero. Also in public games, so he definitely loves that hero. So I think it makes some kind of sense to try to take that away from him with a ban. So,
all right. We see the bomb, which I think that's a hero that we only see BPro picking. I have not seen another team pick it up.
Yeah, they like to run it on Kaukai as support hero.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't run it as the, like in TMM, you usually would see the bomb being a position 2 solo mid hero, right? They don't run it like that. They usually run it as like the 4. Interesting. I mean, it does provide a significant amount of burst damage, right? So, and then they pair it up with a Bensington. So a lot of magic burst coming out there.
Yeah, I gotta say, as much as I like the Bensington on paper, I just think the hero flops so often that I'm a bit concerned about the heroes in this particular game. There is some bit of synergy where you can throw the bomb on the Bensington and he can like charge forward and land a stun into a bomb or something, which also makes it hard to play 1 versus 2 against that hero, because I feel like, how do I say, if the Bensington is just sitting and farming creeps and you're against a suicide and he walks up, you can just kind of throw the bomb on the Bensington and he can just charge you down kind of.
Right.
But outside of that, I'm a little bit concerned about. I have a Kraken pick coming out. It's the last pick. I'm not sure how they're going to lane this. I feel like they might be a little bit restricted in the way that they're going to lane this, because they do need to secure that Bensington has a good early game, and also Kraken needs to have a good early game as well, without actually allowing the Bushwhack to get too much farm. So I will say personally,
I don't really see the synergy with the bomb here. Like you mentioned, you can joust in, but like is that really a combo? Like
no,
the game was remade before the creep spawned, so nobody actually saw.
Let's pretend that you. Okay, so let me give you a scenario where. So let's say that, for instance, I buy a golden apple and I'm a bit nervous, so I accidentally press the golden apple. Do I have to use the golden apple in the second game as well, or is it like you can kind of,
I think so. I think the scenario should be the same.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can also make the argument that it seems a bit already unfair that the person without a golden apple just because they misclicked prior to the creep spawning or what.
But they are the only ones to blame for the misclick, though.
Well, they could blame their nerves, and
well, they are still the ones with the nerve, though. All right, so we do see a Forest Riftwalker lane, which is not a lane that I'm used to seeing. Usually you want to have the Forest be on a solo lane, getting the solo experience, and then it looks like it's going to be a solo, I'm guessing solo mag bottom, and then Pearl Bushwhack, the double range against the Bomb Bensington mid lane. This mid lane is going to be very interesting, actually.
Something tells me that actually, never mind. I did think for a second that they might think that the Hellborn side was going to have solo mid, and they're just going to run the Bushwhack to solo, but it seems like they're kind of realizing, or they have the idea that they're going to go up against the dual lane, so they are going to send the support mid to help the Bushwhack.
Yeah, and who do you think has the stronger mid lane here? The double range? I think the double range is actually going to be able to.
Yeah, I would favor that. I think Pearl plus Bushwhack with the crippling dart in combination with the. He skilled the will bubble level 1, which is a little bit unusual to me. I feel like skilling a fixate would be better just for harassing purposes.
Yeah,
like you could just.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's like you just throw the dart to harass and you throw the fixate constantly, then they're always going to be like kind of hard time.
Oh, they got the bomb, they got the joust. I think he's going to be just fine though.
It's actually kind of surprising how large of a radius the world bubble has. Even though he missed it still managed to like blow up on both of them and deal a whopping 90 damage on 2 targets. So
yeah, so back and forth here in the mid lane. I do think the Hellborn have to be the aggressors, because on creep kills, this Bensington is not going to be able to last hit against this double range. So they need to be the aggressors. The way the lane is right now with the lane control in the mid is not very great for the Hellborn side. They need this lane to be pushed a little bit back up so they can go. Kraken pushes Forest into the tower. He's taking a lot of damage from the tower, but he says he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to fare better 1v2? Is going to be the Kraken or the Mag?
That's a good question. So looking at the ping here, the Kraken is currently sitting at a 74 ping, whereas the Mag is sitting at 188 ping. So that's almost 3 times the ping. If you look at the middle lane, we got the Bushwhack with a 240 ping going up against a 65 ping on Bensington. That's about 4 times high ping. So
all right, so Mag is actually pulling the creeps behind the tower here. He might lose a couple of creeps in that process because the wave that just spawned now is actually being denied in the tower. That is less than optimal.
I think he's actually kind of okay with that. I think if he can have as little interaction with the enemy heroes, I think he's willing to give up a few creeps for that. So.
Charge again. The Sulfuris is in a lot of trouble here. He's actually gonna die to the Kraken. What a charge back by Kraken. Oh my god, Snark is on fire this series. The first series he gets that Conquer snipe. The second game he gets a bloodlust kill in a 1v2 lane. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to see when you are on a 2-1 lane. Again, that the Kraken suddenly gets the
And this bottom rune here, Pearl is actually being jousted down and he goes down. So a little bit back and forth, but wow, that Kraken kill, that just cannot happen, man. That just can't happen. Like, how can you let it happen? Yeah, I don't know. That is an absolute disaster. 420 GPM top farm of the game, the Kraken. And he's actually going to be quite difficult for them to harass out now that he has a bottle and a power supply and is level 5.
Yeah.
Do you see the amount of damage from his splash on Riftwalker?
Yeah, he actually might be able to start.
He can actually kill Riftwalker right now.
He can start zoning both of the heroes soon, honestly. Like if he just starts spamming his torrent on them, because he.
Oh my god, he's gonna get the kill on the Rift. He is actually gonna kill the Rift. Oh
he can
man
up now on the Sulfuris as well, I'm pretty sure, because his yep.
Oh my god, Sulfuris does have a Q up. He misses the Q.
He's not gonna be able to.
Oh my god! Then he kills the Sulfuris. What an MVP! He's actually gonna die, but it's definitely worth it because he got the experience.
Yeah.
And Sulfuris is still level 3. Meanwhile, I think something happened.
We actually have a jump on the bush right in the middle lane, but it joust into a bomb that. Okay, he goes through. So I think actually the Pearl was trying to remove the bomb, but it had already been blown. So I think there's maybe some counter with that you can remove the bomb if it stays so long. I didn't actually consider that interaction, but that's kind of clever. Does it blow up the bomb or does it just remove it altogether? Do you know that?
I'm not sure, but we'll have to watch. So let's see here. Mag has 200 GPM. He hasn't died yet to this bot lane. I think that's quite good. This is a very difficult lane to survive against. Let's see the.
We actually have a joust with a bomb on the Bensington, and they're actually gonna get the kill on the bushwhack here. So that was actually the combo I spoke about, where they threw the bomb, and in this very moment that the bomb was thrown on the Bensington jousted forward into the bushwhack, connecting the bomb and the stun into the Lancelot.
Oh, another go here on the Pearl. She might be in a lot of trouble.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Here, the superior plays along with the ping advantage is definitely starting to put them in the driver's seat here on the middle lane.
Yeah, this mid lane is not looking great. Like the bushwhack is sitting at 200 GPM. Really, no one from the Legion side is doing very well aside from the Sulfuris, who is up to 380. But he's only level 4, man. And Kraken is level 6. He might just go in here and kill him if he sees. Look at this top lane. Oh, Kraken sees Sulfuris here taking the creep can. Is he gonna go for the kill? He does have ultimate ready.
He has no ulti, no?
What? That
he must have used it before, so.
Oh, okay, no man. Actually, in the bot lane, Mag ulti kills the. Oh my god, he kills the Cthulhu in a 1v2 lane. That is
we just got these disaster. We just got these soul laners just pulling out the big guns.
Snark and Math, yeah, just carrying their teams. The worst part for Cthulhu is that he died before. So he died, Mag killed the Cthulhu and then Mag died after. So he did not get any experience for that.
Well, to be fair, the Mended Salmon was there to soak the experience afterwards. So it wasn't.
But I think you rather have the Don't you think they'd rather have the XP in the core?
Oh, of course, naturally, but it's also that it just wasn't fully for granted, you know.
Right.
But the Magnus...
So still a slight edge here at the start to the help on side, mainly due to this Kraken having 400 GPM.
Yeah. So he's definitely having a good time.
A little bit of a small engagement going on in the bot lane here. They're putting a lot of pressure onto the bot tower. It is currently down to 300 HP. This could fall in 1 or 2 creep waves. The Cthulhu is looking to cut the creep wave.
They're actually going to rotate here on the top lane. I'll try to gank the Sulfuras here with the Kraken. Together with the Benzington and the Bombardier. They're actually going to be successful in picking up.
Yeah, very good rotation. That is the hero to kill on the Legion side right now. The only one actually with any kind of net worth.
Yeah, he was almost up to 400 GPM now. They just bumped him down to the comfortable 365 GPM. But he is sitting with a 1-3 score after 6-7 minutes. So I think he's not too happy with this how this laning phase is going.
I don't think so either. I do think that this lead help on side play.
We have a jump here in the pushback in middle lane.
Okay.
He connected the joust into the bomb. The bomb was exploded immediately, so I supposed to prevent the Pearl from displaying it into a Lancelot, but it just wasn't quite enough. They might actually go for another jump here. He actually canceled
Mag is here nearby though. He stuns the Bensington. Are they going to be able to get a return kill? Maybe onto the Bombardier. It does look like Bombardier is going to fall. It's going to be a kill right in the bank for Bushwhack. 4 heroes here from the Legion side in the mid lane though. A lot of commitment.
It's very scary.
Actually being ulted by the Kraken, but I think he's going to be just fine because he can run out of that Kraken ulti with the speed from the life tap.
Actually had the Bensington, you know, he basically just... Oh, here it comes, the Cthulhu is coming. Magnus has stun on cooldown because he stunned away after he got jousted by the Bensington. I think he might go down here. The Pearl jumps forward. Bensington stuns forward. He might be in a lot of trouble here. He basically just goes down immediately. We're going to have the wormhole come out to cancel the TP from the Mended. They get 2 kills out of that. That was a very nice return after the Magnus goes down.
Yeah, quite a good exchange. All seen all together for all the Legion side. So a little bit of a shining light, and the Bushwhack is slowly recovering after that kill he just got. Up to 310 GPM. So much better than before. Actually, the Sulfuras is in trouble. He's going to be ulted by the Bennington. The Joust comes out. He's healing quite a bit, though. 20 HP, 1 hit. He's down. Okay, that's a solid combination.
I was a bit surprised that Bennington decided to joust forward. I do believe that he probably didn't have the information that we did, that there were 4 heroes near him. So, where I'm talking about the middle lane specifically.
Yeah.
But it basically started with the Bennington kind of blind jousting onto the 8-minute rune where the Magnus was sitting on top of it, and the Magnus had to stun away, and then like 5 seconds later the Cthulhu fan kind of closed in on him from the other angle. So
Kraken actually has not been joining these exchanges in the mid lane. He's just quietly been farming his way in the top lane. He's currently sitting on 1400 gold. So I'm guessing he's gonna go Blink Dagger.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen some interesting some interesting Alchemist Bones pickups this series. Oh, actually, I think Riftwalker might be in some trouble. Release the Kraken. It's gonna hit the Riftwalker, and there's no chance for her to survive. Dude, this Kraken is on freaking fire. 475 GPM in a suicide lane. This is a little bit tilting as well as a player. From my experience, when you see your man up lane just feeding, doesn't bring great team spirit.
No, I would be fuming if it was me.
Mag just dodged the Q from the Cthulhu fan, but I think he's gonna die here to the bomb. Do
you think the Kraken's gonna go for a portal key here, or do you think he's gonna...
Mag stunning out again. A lot of exchanges back and forth here. Bensington might be in some trouble. Ulti by Sulfuras comes out on Benz.
Big Mag with the whole coming out. He actually just survives. They're gonna get 2 kills here. Are they gonna be able to get the Demented Shaman as well? I think they might be. There's a bomb on the Bushwhack. It stuns him up for a max duration. Are they able to? No, I think he might be okay.
Yeah, I must say that was a hell of a turn by the Legion side. Very well executed. I'm sure they're very happy with that.
I think since the Kraken didn't buy the Elk Bones, I think he's gonna buy a portal key. I'm pretty sure. And I don't hate that decision, because I think an early portal key also definitely has its
I think that the Hellborn side, they should have maybe communicated a little bit, and you know, the Kraken could have said, guys, I have Blink Dagger in 1 minute. Maybe you shouldn't force a commitment 3v5 in the bot lane. But you know, it's easy for me to say that.
I feel like
TP's coming out here in the top lane. They might want to go on Kraken. Stun coming out from the mag. Is the Pearl able to follow up? No, unfortunately not. So
so basically the Kraken, he dropped his portal key on the ground to hide the fact that he had a portal key. He doesn't want to give his opponents his intel. I do think though that if the Legion team have a bit of presence of mind, they're probably going to realize that he probably is going to have a portal key soon.
Yeah, for sure. In the mid lane though, Riftwalker falls. So does everyone else. Electrical Force dropping extremely low. He's just barely able to run away. Here. A lot of hits coming out here. Ulti onto Bensington. Is Bushwhack able to turn here on the Bens? 1 HP, both are falling very low. Stun onto the Kraken. Oh my god, is Kraken actually going to fall as well? He whiffs the ulti, hits no one, and Bushwhack just cleans up with a hat trick. 400 GPM on Bushwhack. This was an absolute disaster for Hellborn.
Yeah, what happened? Basically, the Kraken, he wanted to make sure that he also killed the Sulfuras. So first he killed the Sulfuras, and then immediately got stunned by the Magnus. So he actually didn't manage to connect the combo on the Bushwhack. So it was a bit of a, how do I say? He was trying to make sure that he killed both of them, but it kind of ended up costing him at the end of the day. So.
Oh man, that was the game is pretty much dead even after that exchange, and all the kills in the hands of Bushwhack, which is the worst possible scenario for Hellborn.
Yeah.
So
you can argue that when the game is even, it's benefiting the Legion side. So
for sure. So we get a couple of smokes here. Cthulhu also picked up a Blink Dagger. I don't think we touched upon that yet. Kraken actually being initiated on the top lane. He does cancel. No, he does not get to cancel the eruption.
Here comes a big Bennington ulti.
I think Magnus.
And he misses the joust. And then Magnus has to stun in 1 second. He might be able to stun out here. And he TPs. Oh, I do feel like Magnus probably could have stunned up in the lava or something, and then TP'd out from there.
Yeah, perhaps, but
I'm not
in the
sure
a 2-0 exchange here, they went on the mag. I mean, they went on the Kraken. It didn't pay off in the end. They died too for that exchange, so not great.
Yeah, the Bushwhack has a bomb on him currently. He's gonna get 2 heroes bomb here, and they're both gonna get stunned by the Cthulhu fan into a big bombardier bombardment and a Minotaur that stuns nothing. Got a airstrike on the Bushwhack.
All right, I think the Bushwhack died there with his 800 HP. Yeah, that was a great kill. 550 gold in the hands of Bombardier.
I'm kind of curious what the thought process was of the Bushwhack stacking up with the Pearl so she could soak the bomb with her hand.
Oh, top lane here. Bushwhack Benz gets the kill on the tower, and they just TP in and do nothing. All right. So that's very good for Bushwhack. I mean, not for Bushwhack, for Bensington. Oh, Kraken with DD. He sees the Sulfuras. I don't think he can kill him. No, he's just gonna go back. All right, so the Hellborn, they're really using these PKs here from the Kraken, from the Cthulhu fan. I like that. Pretty solid. Whoa, Cthulhu fan, are you sure this is a good idea? Nope, he goes out there.
Do you think the Bushwhackington is gonna go straight first and Mad Threats or Shrunken here?
I think it's a little bit late for Mad Threats at 15 minutes into the game. I think if he wanted that, he would have bought it. I think most likely he's gonna go for a Shrunken or... Yeah, okay, Shrunken. I think Nullfire wouldn't have been bad either. So Riftwalker is in a little bit of trouble. Bomb on him, he dies. And looks like the Kraken and the bomb will just run away out of there, even though they forced a lot of TPs from the Legion side. So let's see what we got here. Shamans onto the Sulfuras. He's going that tanky route. Mag has 1600 gold saved up, so he's going to have a Blink Dagger quite soon. And then we got Thunderclaw finished on the Bensington. Around 400 GPM. Kraken still being the top farmer, who is also It could be either a Shrunken or a Staff. I think it's knowing Snark, don't you think? Oh, you think so? Okay, I was about to say that he was more of a Staff player,
but no, I would definitely say that I think Shrunken is like a lot better here. I think against a Maximus Self-Forest.
Oh, engagement onto the Bushwhack once again, Kraken ulti, and he's just gonna die right before the Pearl ulti. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
I do still think that he probably would have died nonetheless. So I think the Entangle would have stunned him afterwards. So
a little bit of a disaster here. Bushwhack dying back to back in the mid lane, and the mid tower is probably gonna fall as well now.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's starting to be a bit concerning. I'm not sure I like the Whispering before the Met as well. I don't that it matters necessarily here, but
I would have really liked for this Legion team. So instead of the Bushwhack taking the risky farm in the mid lane and the Forest taking the safe farm in the jungle, I would have liked them to switch that around. Now that he has that Shaman's Headdress, I would have liked the Forest to be up front in the mid lane, take those risky farming places, and then kind of let your Bushwhack have the easy farm, the safe farm.
I definitely agree. I think because now Bushwhack is smoking up, he's looking for another gank.
And once again, Forest is taking the double stacks here on the safe places to farm, and the Bushwhack is forced to go.
Bushwhack is kind of going around.
Going on the bomb, but 2 TPs immediately. Is he gonna pay for this with his Libo?
I think he might. Oh, here comes the stun.
A lot of stuns coming out. He's in a lot of trouble, and he just dies. Mag ulti coming out though. Maybe they're gonna be able to turn this around. Probably not though. He's all alone, running for his life. They got the turn onto him. He's gonna slow it. Stun in 8 seconds. He does have a TP. If he TPs out, he's gonna be just fine.
Oh, he actually connects the joust in the very last second. That's beautiful.
Well done by Benz. Yeah. So 3 deaths on the Bushwhack back to back. Not ideal. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you do from here, because like the further this Hellborn side increase, like the more lead, the bigger lead they have, the less farm this Bushwhack is able to get. You know, it's getting further and further away from that Shrunken Head. Kind of a rough scenario to be in.
Yeah.
Bensington currently 2,000 gold saved up. I'm assuming he's going to go for probably his own Shrunken Head. Either that or he's going to maybe finish the Thunderclaw. I wouldn't mind him finishing the Shrunken Head here. A lot of magic damage coming out from the Legion side. Barry Isle finished onto the Lord. I think he's consuming a little bit too much of the safe farm now that he has such a defensive item build.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think
if he had a Radiance, I would have thought differently, right? Because then he's a different kind of role. But with this item build, I don't think that he should be taking this farm from the Bushwhack.
That being said, though, I do think that Bushwhack with his current items, I think he definitely he definitely struggles to farm camps quickly. Like he only has a Ghost Masters and the Whispering Helm. So he farms
actually
really
the Pearl dodges the Cthulhu stun, but gets Kraken charged, and I don't think there's any chance of survival for him. Yeah, the Hellborn side, they're at a point where they have full control over the Legion jungle.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job also, like putting a lot of wards in the Legion jungle.
I think Sulfuras might be in a lot of trouble here. Bomb misses on the Kraken. He does ulti the Sulfuras, and Wormhole coming out to follow that. Hits one Bensington. Sulfuras is not dead yet, actually quite tanky, and they killed the Bensington, so not actually a solid exchange, I would say, even though they lost 2, but they killed 2 supports for a core, so not too terrible, I think.
So if you look in the Legion jungle, you can see that Hellborn have kind of gone to great lengths to try to make sure that they have like complete vision over the Legion jungle. They have like red wards, kind of covering the whole jungle. So,
yeah, and we see Kong being attempted here. I don't think they got the mid tower. I don't think they're gonna be able to stop them doing this Kong. Maybe the Kraken is going to be in a little bit of trouble. I think he's fine. Yeah, it charges out. So 0 tower kills so far for the Legion side, which is not ideal. Pearl is actually going to die to Kong. She got stunned. I think she caught a rock, I believe.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
But Is it game designing at the end of the day? I suppose you can suggest that all small things add up. So
I will say this though, that they lost both the mid tower and the bottom tier 2 tower for that con kill. So the gold lead for the Hellborn side actually got even bigger.
Yeah, it's starting to grow, and the Benzington has also finished his hyper crown, so he's also going to be looking to farm pretty quickly at this point. He's actually smoked up, trying to look for a potential pickoff here on the top lane. He's supported by the Kraken, who is a Shrunken now, also smoked up. That Bombardier, who's going to engage here. He's getting jumped on by 2 heroes. Maybe Kraken's going to look for double stun here. Will he be able to find the angle? There's a bomb actually on the Magnum, so maybe they can connect the stun. They are kind of circling around looking for the backline here. They might be able to get the jump on the bushwhack. They actually hit a double. Oh, he connects the stun on the bushwhack. And the bushwhack is going to go down. Pearl is in the middle of the whirlpool. She's going to go down to the Kraken. Kraken is currently being ulted by the Undying. And the Sulfuris is chasing the Cthulhu fan. He's almost going down, but he has the barrier, so he's going to be fine. And the Magnus is
It was kind of a messy fight. I thought that initiation from the Hellborn side was not ideal, but they managed to kill the bushwhack anyways, just with the sheer amount of blink stuns they have on that team.
The Kraken hitting his tsunami charge on the support, and like, I suppose it was in some kind of lucky way that he also managed to catch the edge of the bushwhack, almost pushing both of them into the tree. But
actually,
just barely.
The Rift Orb in trouble here. I think with the charge, he might be able to. Okay, he actually goes back instead.
So yeah, on the top lane, the Kraken almost managed to connect the stun on the tree on both the bushwhack and I think it was the Pearl, but they was just barely out of range of the tree, so they did manage to walk away. But even then, the joust came in from the Benzington, so the bushwhack still managed to fall. He's really starting to struggle, considering he had such a good early game. Like, he was almost up to 400 GPM at the a 10-minute mark. He's sitting at a pretty slow 300 GPM right now. Still working towards a Shrunken for the past 15 minutes or so, or 10 minutes or so. Yeah.
All those deaths really slowing him down.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
But that's just a great job from BPro, really applying the pressure, making sure that he's not going to be able to do anything on the map. They know that they have to be the ones making the plays here to shut him down, otherwise he's going to be able to run away with the game. So great pressure from BPro. That's kind of what they're known for, this mid-game, getting their early portal keys and just running up as a group and just picking you off one by one if you're not like in the correct position. So
that is the first tower kill coming out from the Legion side. So a little sign of something. I will say though, to just to comment on what you just said, that a big part of the success that we see from the Hellborn side right now, I think that stems from the way the top lane went.
Yeah, like definitely.
The impact this Kraken has had, it's kind of been crazy. So this would have been a different game, I think, if that was not the case.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It kind of made it so that the bushwhack kind of had no one who could play for him, because they were already struggling, the rest of his team, due to their performance in the top lane.
So we have a light brand from the Sulfuris. Do you think
we have a wrap around in the back? They might be able to get a stun here on the Pearl.
He catches the Pearl.
He almost got the bushwhack as well there.
Luckily, the bushwhack, he literally 0.1 second, and he would have also killed the bushwhack. So, I didn't even see that, but Snark just got a kill onto the mag in the mid lane. That's actually a pretty solid kill.
Yeah, he popped the whirlpool and he has a double damage, so I don't think the mag could do a whole lot after that.
And it was a Shrunken head on the mag, on the Kraken, sorry, and he actually purchased a Warcleft. So I guess he is maybe going for a demonic breastplate. Would be my guess.
Sorry. Yeah.
Kraken.
I think you're right. He does like to buy he does a lot of times like to buy casual Warcleft. For some reason on Snark, I've seen that previously where he didn't opt to go into Demonic. I do think Demonic is particularly good this game, especially on a Kraken. But I wouldn't.
God, he's almost dying here. Oh my God, that was so close.
Yeah, if the heal didn't come out there, he would have died for sure.
So, yeah, he would.
So it was good that Novi was quick with the heal there.
Man, Kong is taking his victims this game. He already got a kill on the Legion side on Pearl, I think, earlier.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you do here if you're Bushwhack? Do you go you go to Geos? Do you go to Nullfire Blade? Because like they already have shrunken heads on the Legion side, so that Nullfire Blade is not as effective anymore, right?
I gotta say, I'm a bit sad that he didn't decide to go for a Medford early on. So like the hero, he has like very low damage because he didn't go Medford. So, but obviously it's too late to build that item at this point.
It is way too late. So what do you think his next item will be?
That's a very good question, actually. There's not really anything that stands out. Maybe Jalmer's been to purge the Demented. Buildbreaker potentially just to have some raw damage. I know that sounds a little bit unusual, but I just don't see what else you can really buy here. Like, at first glance, I would say Geometers or Shieldbreaker or something of this nature. Those are like the main things that come to mind. Oh,
okay, sure.
Because I don't think the Nullfire does a whole lot here.
All right. So Bomb finished his step of the Master. That means that his ultimate is now global. Going to be quite dangerous.
Yeah, that's going to be scary in case the Kraken like finds anyone. Another thing to keep in mind that's actually almost even more important is that the fact that the stuff now goes through Shrunken. So if the Bushwhack gets caught in the Kraken ultimate, he will be restrained, so he will not be able to move out of it. And then the Bombardier ultimate is just going to come through and deal a lot of damage to him. So
that's a good point. Do you know if because so this is only the initial damage from each bomb of the Napalm Strike that is superior magic damage. The actual Napalm effect, the lingering fire on the ground, that is just normal magic damage. Okay, so still quite a bit of damage, right?
Yeah.
That is actually a huge buff to that ultimate.
Yeah, it was very strong.
Oh, they failed the deny here. So third tower coming out from the Legion side. Very good for them. Oh my god, they used that staff to kill the I'm not sure if that was even necessary, but Mag was that for sure. No chance.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see this Legion side bait this Sulfuris a little bit more. Like the way he just kind of went for these tanky items.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They haven't really done that a single time yet.
I think he's also concerned, honestly, because he's only sitting at 6 armor. So I feel like if the Kraken actually initiates on him, I still think he's going to go down very quickly. So I have to be completely honest with you. Because the Kraken's going to use his Torrent, just going to remove him 5 armor. So, and he's fully physical now that the Whirlpool has also been changed to physical damage. So you're going to have a 1H armor hero eating a full Kraken ultimate as well as constant splashes inside of it. So I could see him going down very quickly as well.
He could have gone armor boots as well if he wanted to.
Yeah, I'm wondering what his next item's going to be.
So we're going to have the second Conqueror attempt here. DD on Bushwhack. This is going to go very, very quick. Smoke coming out on Cthulhu, so they are maybe going to engage here. But this is a good fight for Legion with the DD. Conqueror's dropping very low. Cthulhu is here.
Oh, they beat. Oh. What's going on?
So they actually got the Kong kill on the Hellbound side. Cthulhu dropping very low. He dies. A lot of shit going on here.
Coming out into the Whirlpool, but they are just dying in this Whirlpool. And the
Bushwhack is still alive. He's doing a lot of damage with the DD here.
Oh, he's that was
the Napalm Strike is doing a lot of damage to him. Yeah, and that's a dead Bushwhack. Clean up from the Hellbound side.
Gonna land a 2-minute stun the. Oh, he's nice, very nicely done.
All right, so they got the Kong kill, and maybe they're gonna kill him. I don't think they're gonna kill the Mag because he has Invis. So I think they got what they came for, the Hellbound side. Yeah, and even with Bushwhack having a DD, that wasn't actually that bad.
It ended up being a 3-for-3 exchange. 3-for-3 exchange at the end of the day. I think it could have gone slightly better if the Bushwhack had managed to jump out of the Bombardier ultimate, but he kind of just jumped in the direction of it.
Yeah, that took like 80% of each HP. Yeah, this Kraken has a demonic breastplate, 500 GPM, 10-10. Dude, what is going on with the Snack?
Have you ever seen a Kraken this farm? Like, have you ever seen a Kraken with this much GPM? I don't think I have. So, hats off to this guy.
I mean, not in a suicide lane.
But another thing, maybe that's a little bit more subtle. Do you see what effect he's affected by?
Double damage?
No, the Kraken. What effect he's affected by
he's got staff from the Bombardier.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he has both a staff and a demonic. So his how do I say, his splash, the cooldown is lowered to, is it the
4 seconds, I think. That is just 3 seconds. It says actually on the.
And it resets inside his ultimate as well.
Holy shit!
So if anyone
like
gets
beast.
If anyone gets caught by the Kraken in their ultimate, that's a certain death sentence to them. So this definitely
he's a right click, a menace to deal with. So much damage. Let's see the damage charge. 22% of the damage done this game is done by the Kraken.
Bushwhack might go mid here to hit a few creeps. He might actually. No, I think.
So what is Kraken's next item here? He could go many. Like I think there's a lot of potentially very good items.
I think there's one item that comes to mind for me. It's just a Restoration Stone. I feel like double ultimate, double shrunken. It's just so strong. So I would
see here. Does he have the mana to use all those spells?
I think he does. It doesn't
maybe
have to be
boots.
It doesn't necessarily have to be something that happens immediately. You know, it can. Has the bottle as well. He's gonna get an additional mana. He did up to go for the damage on his.
I was about to suggest another item that I just thought about and I have never seen picked up on Kraken, and that item was Oblivion Hammer.
Yeah,
that's even like, could that be? Because I'm thinking right now he's honestly kind of a right-click menace. He has quite a good attack speed, and another stun maybe wouldn't be terrible. I do agree with you. I think the Resto is great, but I don't think that the Oblivion Hammer would be bad necessarily.
I used to do Oblivion Hammer myself on Kraken prior to staff making your ultimate have superior stun. Meaning because previously people could just pop Shrunken and TP out as soon as you ulted them, but now that the staff actually makes it so that your ultimate stuns for 1 second, people can no longer do that. So from my experience, I feel like Restoration Stone from this spot is just so strong. Being able to throw down 2 whirlpools that are empowered by the staff, meaning that they're gonna the staff basically makes it so the whirlpool pulls the target into the center quicker, and once the target reaches the center, they get stunned for 1 second because of the staff, and they also take a whopping 25% increased physical damage as long as they're in the center.
20.
So 20%. Okay, so Kraken is basically just going to be killing anyone who's inside his ultimate, and being able to do that twice with twice the duration on the Shrunken is just really, really difficult to play into.
Yeah, I agree with you. So the game has kind of slowed down. The Bushwhack has picked up a Firebrand, 360 GPM, kind of rough still. The Shrunken Head, Dawnbringer almost finished on the Lords of Forest. What do we got? Post haste on Riftwalker. Brutalizer on Benz, together with that Shrunken Head. Looks like the Helper team wants to take Kong with the DD on Kraken, so probably gonna go. Oh, he picked up a Sustainer, so he's going Resto. That's nice to see. I like that. I think that's very, very good. As you mentioned, great item.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like the Legion side is gonna be anywhere near this Kong. It's gonna drop very quick with that DD. What do we? I just feel like this game is a little bit slipping out of the Legion side's hands. It's very difficult for them to transition into the late game with Bush having the farm that he has. I mean, if he was 600 GPM, this game would be a different story, right? But
yeah, I think even if Bushwhack was really farmed here, I still feel like Hellborn would be somewhat equipped to deal with the Bushwhack with the tools they have. But
Kraken charge onto Pearl dies immediately. Nothing she can do.
Suppose her ult was trying to deward the red ward. So.
Yeah, so this could be a siege coming up from the Hellborn side. Let's see.
Yeah, we have the Conqueror spawning at about 2 minutes time on the Legion side. The Conqueror and the Hellborn was just cleared, so they could look to maybe go for the Lena Rex and then maybe afterwards try to set up for a Conqueror kill. By then
looks like they want to go tier 3s.
Yep.
The demonic does help quite a bit with pushing those.
They seem to be a little bit afraid of giving them any way back into the game, so they're just playing a bit cautiously.
Riftwalker might be in a little bit of trouble here. So the Benz is actually.
Oh, he actually scouts him out with the bump ultimate.
Yeah, the Bensington saw that, so he knows, and he's actually going to joust and hit him. But wait, what? Okay.
I think he was confused for a second.
Yeah, maybe. He didn't A-click. He should always A-click when they're in the fog.
Yeah.
They got the kill though. Kraken missed the charge in the bushwhack. What?
I think the ideal ban that Whirlpool was that I think that maybe he thought that it's like a some kind of next level play where he thinks that bushwhack will jump and he's hoping that. No, I'm not joking because I've seen him do this a few times where he puts the Whirlpool down to some like in a random position and hopes that the person will like get confused by it and jump in like a random direction and accidentally jump into it. So. It does seem a little bit weird, but I
it
can
does seem very weird. I'm not with you on this one, man.
No, but I saw him do it a few times, and
yeah. Okay. But, there's such thing as misclicks as well. But,
no, I don't believe it. Snark doesn't misclick. Man. Are you gonna tell me that person who wins on a 1 vs 2 lane on a Kraken misclicks?
All right. It is what it is. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm okay with that. So, Bushwhack, as you said, what item does he go for here? He buys the casual Firebrand, which is not bad. And then he goes for a Dancing Blade. So that means he's probably going for a Wingbow. I don't think that's his route.
I think it's just a casual Dancing Blade into the
No.
Okay, maybe I'm a bit... Probably gonna be a Wingbow here. Could also be a Spike Bowler. Maybe he feels like it's necessary to.
Team Smoke coming out here. Hellborn does have a new Hellflower onto Cthulhu Fan. What's going on here? Both teams smoked.
Yeah, but they Well, they managed to grab. Oh, he actually
falls immediately.
Wait.
So Bensington is in it to win it. He almost kills the mag.
Oh, they're gonna kill the Benson immediately here.
Wow.
But the Bushwhack is. Oh, we have a big ultimate coming out from the. Oh.
I mean, the Hellborn is just too strong, man.
Yeah.
There's just no chance. They're just cleaning up here. Everyone from Legion is dead. Nobody from Hellborn died. Yeah, no chance.
Kraken just finished his rest though, so.
That wasn't even a close fight. Like they didn't even drop one hero.
They did actually. They bought back on the and also bought back on the Bombardier. So. So they actually did manage to pick up 2 heroes right off the bat, but then the remaining 3 heroes. The Cthulhu Fan is really farmed as well, and the ultimate with the staff is just really difficult for the Bushwhack to play into, because once he gets taunted by the Cthulhu Fan, he can no longer use his sidestep to avoid things. So that's kind of where things fall apart.
I just think that just too far ahead. Like they have the Hellflower Axe on a Cthulhu Fan, they have the fucking Resto now on Craig. They have so many items like.
Yeah.
They have a 30,000 lead. 30,000 net worth lead? That is just ridiculous. Like, what do you do here if you're Legion? I just don't see it.
Do you think it's possible to come back from a 30,000 lead? Like, is it technically possible? Have you seen it before?
I mean, maybe in a 70-minute game, but not in a 40-minute game.
So let's pretend it was a Clanks instead of the Bushwhack here. Do you think they would have a chance to come back in this game?
No. All right. So that was the second series of this game, and BPro actually equalized. So now it's 1-1